Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a story time for you guys. This is my first story time, and yeah, so this is like the time that we went to a somewhat abandoned cabin in the woods near my house. So if you guys want more story times, be sure to comment down below, like and subscribe, get your drinks, get your snacks and all that, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this took place on the 4th of July. I don't know what year exactly it was, but we'll say, I don't know, 2014. And my neighbor, we'll call him, what am I going to call him? We'll call him Bob, obviously not his real name, asked me if I wanted to go see an abandoned cabin in the woods. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to see an abandoned cabin in the woods. Like, everyone wants to do that, don't they? Well, anyway, so I went back to my house. Okay, hold on, backtrack a little bit. So my friends, they were having a 4th of July party, that's why, or my neighbor was having a 4th of July party, and that's why, I was over there, and they asked me. So I went home, I got some long pants on, because obviously we're in the woods, and there's mosquitoes, and I ain't looking to get a disease, you know what I mean? And I put my bug spray on, and I went back over to the house, and I met up with them, and all four of us. It was me, Bob, and two girls. We'll call them Pam and Susie. So, yeah. So, I asked Bob, the very first question I asked him is, do you know where this is? Because if I get lost, I'm suing you. No, I didn't say that, but, yeah. So, that's the first question I asked him. He's like, oh, yeah, I know where we're going. I don't need a compass or anything like that. And I was like, okay. Your word for it, okay. I'll take your word for it. So we start. We head out, me, Bob, Pam, and Susie. And I don't really know Pam and Susie, by the way. I just knew my neighbor. Bob was really good friends with Susie and Pam. And obviously these are not their real names due to privacy reasons. So we go and we start walking along this path. And we keep going. And we, eventually, I'm like, are you sure it's the right spot? And he's like, and he legit said, we're lost. I don't know where we're going. And I'm like, excuse me. I wasn't really that scared because we just, continued following the path. So we keep following the path and we come to this open field. It's like a circular field, and they had bales of hay in it, and there was a barn in the way back, but it had bales of hay. So I'm like, oh, we've come to a farm or a farm of some sort, because people don't just put bales of hay out in the middle of fields, you know what I mean? So we're just standing there figuring out which way to go, and all of a sudden they all start running the other way, and I'm running with them. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, we just saw a guy with a gun. And I'm like, no, no. Please don't say that, because I thought they were joking at first. And they're like, no, I swear I saw someone with a gun, hunting or something. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just run. And we just run a little bit, and don't worry, there was no guy with a gun. It was a guy on a golf cart, and the gun that they saw was fireworks in the back of his golf cart, because it was the 4th of July. And turns out Bob knew this older man, which was his neighbor that lives on the other side of his house, because I live on the right side of his house, and the guy that lives on the left, we'll call him Mark. So Mark lives on the left side of him, and I live on the right side of him. So, and he asked him, oh, you know about that abandoned cabin, back in the woods? That's what we're trying to find right now. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know about that abandoned cabin. I actually own that cabin. If you like, I can go run back to my house. I'll go to the restroom really quick, and then I'll get the keys for you. And I'm like, yes. Yes, we get to see this. And, excuse me. We get to, we just wait there. He tells us the way to go, and we go to this path, and we're just walking along, and we find it. It looked unused, but it was. So this is what I mean by somewhat abandoned. It was abandoned at the time, but he only uses it, in the winter time, so it was not being used. So yes, it was technically kind of abandoned. But we were walking up, and I noticed that, the path going up was, lined with, skull decoration lights. And, like, he had Halloween decorations on, like, on, like, the porch of the cabin. I'm like, bro, it's 4th of July. Like, why do you have these Halloween decorations up? Like, okay. I actually thought it was kind of scary, though, because, I mean, if, like, kids ever go trick-or-treating, like, ooh, skull lights. Yeah, so we just wait there. Mark comes and lets me, Bob, Pam, and Susie in. And it was actually kind of a little bit creepy in there, like, hold on, I gotta think what was inside. So, like, you walk in and to the left, well, to the right was, like, a table and 2 chairs. This was a really small cabin. It was only 1 floor with, like, a little loft. 2 floors, no, excuse me. Blech. To the right was, like, a table with 2 chairs, and it was, like, a wooden table, like, I don't know, a table that you play cards on or something. And then to the left was a bed. And, note that it did not have electricity at this time. The electricity was turned off because he was not using it. And there was a bed, and, yeah. So there was a bed, and there was, like, a fridge, like, in the back a little bit. Like, a microwave. It was, like, 1 room. And then, like, the loft was really creepy. Like, there was these, like, huge stuffed animals, like, giraffe, lion, and all that. They were just staring at you, like stuffed animals do. It was really creepy. So then we just got out and we walked back to his house. And I'm like, well, what I have a story to tell. And boy, I did. So thank you if you guys enjoyed this story time. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. If you want more story times, please comment. And I have some more ASMR videos coming out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed.